I'm sure by now that most gamers who pay any attention to social media have been slapped in the face by news of censorship via payment processors like Visa and MasterCard on Steam. The censorship through financial control we're seeing here is just one part of the massive amount of Orwellian level surveillance that has taken place in conjunction with other shenanigans like the United Kingdom's Online Safety Act and the United States Kids Online Safety Act. There is, right now, a mass attempt to push age verification in many areas as well, in the guise of protecting kids. For those of you parents out there, do you not know how to protect your kids? Do your damn job. Be active in their lives. Don't let your kids be on the internet. The internet is not a place for kids. Don't let them turn into little dopamine zombies in front of a teacher or a nanny or a government. Raise your own kids, or they're going to be strangers to you as adults, and you're going to have no say in the continuation of your culture and legacy and nation into the future. Alright, back to topic. Sorry. These censorship issues, right? They're pretty freaking awful. The birthplace of the Magna Carta censoring people the last several years has been horrifying to watch. And elected officials in the USA trying to make my nation no longer the land of the free by attacking First Amendment rights, on top of corporate oligarchs using money to try and control what people can and cannot buy or say, is pretty crazy. What's also crazy is how this lines up. This all started happening after public outcry over the Epstein files started getting loud. And yeah, that's pretty freaking weird, dude. Anyway, with acts of Congress like the Patriot Act and the National Firearms Act and a myriad of taxes on every aspect of our lives, perhaps we haven't really been the nation of the free for quite some time now. Anyway, as far as payment processors financially pressuring gaming companies is concerned, there are some ways we can fight back, and a critical way that Steam and Steam customers together could fight the censorship push in gaming is, I'll talk about that in a second. So, background, for those who don't know, there's I think a feminist group based out of Australia, correct me on that if I'm wrong, basically sent over 1,000 emails to payment processors demanding that pressure be put on Steam to pull 18 plus games from the web store. Now Steam, which to my knowledge only uses payment options that require payment processor services, was financially forced to comply. When they were forced to comply by payment processors, the broader gaming community obviously noticed the censorship. Now, the dangerous thing about censorship, as most of us seem to be aware, is that it is a slippery slope. If anything is banned, it sets a precedent for more things to be banned in the future. Today, it may be something you don't care about or are even disgusted by, but in a year, it may be your passion project that some radical activists take offense to. Therefore, on principle, I think it's important to not allow censorship in any form for adults. There is more of an argument for age restrictions, right? Again, kids do not belong on the internet. Parents, pay attention to your kids. But I think that can be solved by, parents just giving a damn, paying attention, and keeping your kids offline. But we're not gonna keep going down that rabbit hole. So anyway, the community at large, the gaming community, has made them, Visa, MasterCard, feel some pressure. And we should definitely keep up polite but firm emails and phone calls in regards to the issue at hand. This needs to be a problem that doesn't just go away. So, on to the solution. My proposed solution is something I don't think people are talking about enough. So it's alternative forms of payment to bypass payment processors completely. If Visa or MasterCard want to play at being some corpo arbiter of morality, fine, I just won't use them anymore, at least to what extent that's feasible. I have contacted Steam asking if there's a plan in the works to allow users to directly link accounts, specifically checking accounts, to the store, so that Visa and MasterCard can be bypassed entirely. The associate, the initial one, said something that... He said something was in the works. So we'll see. But that's going to be the most effective method of fighting, to simply not use cards that require the payment processors. It takes some extra steps to bypass, but if you are going to bypass the fees anyway, you'll be saving money. I'm not totally sure whether you can buy Steam gift cards in person at a storefront. I think you still can. But if you buy with cash and then just redeem the Steam gift cards, that's one way to bypass payment processors on Steam. If I am wrong about that and gift cards require payment processors to activate, let me know in the comments. But yeah, in conclusion, today it may be some degenerate, but tomorrow it could be you. Based on different frames of reference, you could be considered the degenerate for liking violent video games or something. So stop censorship while you can, if it's not actually anything illegal in your part of the world that's being censored. Call Visa, call MasterCard, call Steam, or email the above if this is something you care about. If any of you have any more ideas for how to push back against censorship, speak up in the comments. Until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and do try to have a good one. Peace.